3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a comic book spotlight video. Today's video is going to be about Spider-Man Brand New Day, mostly because that new movie coming out, Spider-Man Brand New Day, I wanted to see if I could trick the algorithm and having people get into my channel and listen to me yap about this comic book for a bit. Besides trying to trick the YouTube algorithm, this is a fairly new book that I got and was able to complete before the new movie comes out. And overall, this book is very fun. Is it the greatest Spider-Man book out there? No, far from it. But I really like what this book does. It is a collection of little mini stories from Spider-Man dealing with different villains and foes, and one cool little side story with Flash Thompson in the military. But I'll get into that in a second. I think what this book exceeds in is the overall tone of what Spider-Man should be. He's dealing with his own personal issues, he's helping out those in need, even when it's not really convenient in his life, and the way how he interacts with various people is what makes Spider-Man such a great character. That's personally one of my favorite things about Spider-Man, is how he is always interacting with these various characters, and the banter is just phenomenal. Speaking about all the different characters that Spider-Man interacts with, he interacts with Wolverine, the Punisher, Hammerhead, the introduction of this new and now like iconic villain named Mr. Negative, which we've seen him inside the Spider-Man PS4 games. Obviously, I think it's safe to say that he was probably one of the best moments of that video game, and so this is the book that introduces him. We are also introduced to J. Jonah Jameson and also his father, which I often forget that, you know, that is a character. This book is a collection of different stories written and drawn by different authors and artists. So there's some stories in here where I was just like, oh, that's not really my forte, but then there's other ones that are really right up my alley. I think that some of the standout stories that we get is, I'll start off with the top 3 stories from this book that I really resonated with. The first story I resonated with is Flash Thompson describing his whole time during the war that he participated in. And the story talks about how much of an impact Spider-Man has had on his life, on how he can do good in his community and do good all around the world. And I think the story is done very well, and I was very surprised on how the ending of this story concluded. I'm not gonna give it away, but I thought this was a really cool and smart way on how to deal with people in war. So I'll leave it at that. My second favorite story is when he was dealing with the Punisher. It was basically Punisher and Spider-Man, they're teaming up, they're trying to take down this bad guy, and you know, they can get into trouble, of course. Will they use this in the movie? Maybe. I think they're gonna use the overall tone for sure in the new upcoming movie. But for this story, I thought it was great. I love their banter back and forth on Frank being the serious and Spider-Man being the silly guy. And them kicking butt together is super fun to watch and read. But I will say my favorite story that I read from this collection is when Spider-Man was in the subway saving a bunch of people in the subway from Shocker, from sinking the subway in this sewer system. And the scale keeps escalating and everything. And this is when we're introduced to J. Jonah Jameson's father, where he is actually really nice to Spider-Man, and ultimately J. Jonah Jameson has some little B-side story within this story, so it was pretty fun. So I really like the whole banter of Spider-Man being really caught off guard with what, he's your son and you're his dad sort of deal. I really like when stories where some of the people that are around Spider-Man don't really like him, but he's just you know what, you don't have to like me, I'm here to save you and we're gonna get out of here, we just have to work together. And I like how that changes people's perspectives on who he is. And because you know, Spider-Man's considered a menace by J. Jonah Jameson, and I like how him directly helping people changes their view. So those are my top 3 stories from this book. The artwork is very good. Even my least favorite artwork in here is still pretty good. This is the first of many of Marvel's new tactic on trying to compete with DC's compact line of books. This is $10 that I was able to get from my local comic book store. You can get this anywhere that sells books, that has comic books. And honestly, I think this quality in this book, it's a little bit taller than a DC compact book, but the quality of the binding and the pages is so much better. Don't get me wrong, the DC compact books are still fun and great for new readers or just getting one short contained story. So far, if Marvel continues to keep up with these kind of stories rather than their Marvel premieres, which I still like the Marvel premieres to a certain extent, I think Marvel is really gonna hit their stride with this. And I hope Marvel continues to use this for more movies that come out. So it helps promote the movies, gets more readers into comic books. So, I mean, that's essentially what got me into it. Now I'm reading a lot more Spider-Man books. How I would rate this? I'd give this about an 8 out of 10. It is good, it's really good, it's lots of fun. It's not nearly the best thing that I've ever read comic book wise, and definitely not the best Spider-Man story. That still goes to Kraven the Last Hunt. But I say get this book, read it before or even read it after the movie, because I think your appreciation for the stories and for the character is really gonna grow after this. So thank you all for watching me and listening to me yap. I appreciate you all and hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'm most likely gonna make a video about the Spider-Man movie. So until then, I'll see you guys then. Peace out, Tupac.
What are you doing here?
She tells me I gotta come watch you.
Did she actually say that to you?
Are you blushing?
How could you tell if I was blushing? I'm wearing a mask.
Did she ask about me? No, I'm just saying.